Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 52, number 114. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. There was a feeling of fright in Medina, so the Prophet borrowed a horse called Mandab belonging to Abu Talha and mounted it. On his return, he said, "I did not see anything of fright and I found this horse very fast." Volume 4, Book 52, number 115. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Allah's Apostle fixed 2 shares for the horse and 1 share for its rider, from the war booty. Volume 4, Book 52, number 116. Narrated by Abu Ishaq. Somebody asked Al-Bara bin Azib, "Did you flee deserting Allah's Apostle during the Battle of Hunain?" Al-Bara replied, "But Allah's Apostle did not flee. The people of the tribe of Hawazin were good archers. When we met them, we attacked them, and they fled. When the Muslims started collecting the war booty, the pagans faced us with arrows, but Allah's Apostle did not flee. No doubt, I saw him on his white mule and Abu Sufyan was holding its reins and the Prophet was saying, 'I am the Prophet in truth. I am the son of Abdul Muttalib.'" Volume 4, Book 52, number 117. Narrated by Ibn Umar. When the Prophet put his feet in the stirrup and the she-camel got up carrying him, he would start reciting Talbiyah at the mosque of Dhul Hulayfa. Volume 4, Book 52, number 118. Narrated by Anas. The Prophet met them, i.e. the people, while he was riding an unsaddled horse with his sword slung over his shoulder. Volume 4, Book 52, number 119. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Once the people of Medina were frightened, so the Prophet rode a horse belonging to Abu Talha and it ran slowly, or was of narrow paces. When he returned, he said, "I found your, i.e. Abu Talha's, horse very fast." After that the horse could not be surpassed in running. Volume 4, Book 52, number 120. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. The Prophet arranged for a horse race amongst the horses that had been made lean to take place between Al-Hafiyah and Thaniyat al-Wada, i.e. names of 2 places, and the horses which had not been mad. Lean from At-Thaniyat to the mosque of Bani Zuraik. I was also amongst those who took part in that horse race. Sufyan, a sub-narrator, said, "The distance between Al-Hafiyah and Thaniya al-Wada is 5 or 6 miles, and between Thaniya and the mosque of Bani Zuraik is 1 mile. Volume 4, Book 52, number 121. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet arranged for a horse race of the horses which had not been made lean. The area of the race was from At-Thaniya to the mosque of Bani Zuraik. The sub-narrator said, "Abdullah bin Umar was amongst those who participated in that horse race." Volume 4, Book 52, number 122. Narrated by Abu Ishaq from Musa bin Uqba from Mafia from Ibn Umar, who said, Allah's Apostle arranged a horse race amongst the horses that had been made lean, letting them start from Al-Hafiyah, and their limit, distance of running, was up to Thaniyat al-Wada. I asked Musa, what was the distance between the 2 places? Musa replied, 6 or 7 miles. He arranged a race of the horses which had not been made lean, sending them from Thaniyat al-Wada, and their limit was up to the mosque of Bani Zuraik. I asked, what was the distance between those 2 places? He replied, 1 mile or so. Ibn Umar was amongst those who participated in that horse race. Volume 4, Book 52, number 123. Narrated by Anas. The she-camel of the Prophet was called Al-Adba. Volume 4, Book 52, number 124. Narrated by Anas. The Prophet had a she-camel called Al-Adba which could not be excelled in a race. Humaid, a sub-narrator, said, or could hardly be excelled. Once a Bedouin came riding a camel below 6 years of age which surpasses it, i.e. Al-Adba, in the race. The Muslims felt it so much that the Prophet noticed their distress. He then said, "It is Allah's law that He brings down whatever rises high in the world." Volume 4, Book 52, number 125. Narrated by Amr bin al-Harith. The Prophet did not leave anything behind him after his death except a white mule, his arms and a piece of land which he left to be given in charity. Volume 4, Book 52, number 126. Narrated by Al-Bara. That a man asked him, "O Abu Umara, did you flee on the day of the battle of Hunain?" He replied, "No, by Allah, the Prophet did not flee, but the hasty people fled and the people of the tribe of Hawazin attacked them with arrows, while the Prophet was riding his white mule and Abu Sufyan bin al-Harith was holding its reins. And the Prophet was saying, 'I am the Prophet in truth, I am the son of Abdul Muttalib.'" Volume 4, Book 52, number 127. Narrated by Aisha. The mother of the faithful believers, I requested the Prophet permit me to participate in Jihad, but he said, "Your Jihad is the performance of Hajj." Volume 4, Book 52, number 128. Narrated by Aisha. The mother of the faithful believers. The Prophet was asked by his wives about the Jihad and he replied, "The best Jihad, for you, is the performance of Hajj." Volume 4, Book 52, number 129. Narrated by Anas. Allah's apostle went to the daughter of Milan and reclined there, and slept, and then woke up, smiling. She asked, "O Allah's apostle, what makes you smile?" He replied, "I dreamt that some people amongst my followers were sailing on the green sea in Allah's cause, resembling kings on thrones." She said, "O Allah's apostle, invoke Allah to make me one of them." He said, "O Allah, let her be one of them." Then he slept again and woke up and smiled. She asked him the same question and he gave the same reply. She said, "Invoke Allah to make me one of them." He replied, "You will be amongst the first group of them. You will not be amongst the last." Later on she married Ubadah bin as-Samit and then she sailed on the sea with Bint Karaza, Muawiyah's wife, for jihad. On her return, she mounted her riding animal, which threw her down breaking her neck, and she died on falling down. Volume 4, Book 52, number 130. Narrated by Aisha. Whenever the Prophet intended to proceed on a journey, he used to draw lots amongst his wives and would take the one upon whom the lot fell. Once, before setting out for jihad, he drew lots amongst us and the lot came to me. So I went with the Prophet. And that happened after the revelation of the verse hijab, i.e. veiling.